his wolf nature rebelling against his strain. I told him to rest. He waited until no one was looking, then he'd shift into a wolf, nuzzling into my arms.
Sylvain, I'm not strong enough yet. I must not ease up. I must protect my people. I must protect you.
For you, I finally accepted my fate. From the all-powerful Moonlight Wolf Queen to a pathetic orphan living on scraps. Then yesterday happened. A bus crash. 7 classmates dead, me included. We were all transported to this world, but the moment we hit the holy city, the wolf guard snatched Lyra, the cousin who spent years bullying me.
How dare you use forbidden magic to mimic the late Queen's face? This is blasphemy!
They say the Moonlight Wolf Queen fell 4 years ago. The kingdom went mad. Mad with grief, mad with longing. I looked up. The giant stone statue towering into the clouds had my face. I let them shove us into the dungeon. 6 of us, still in our modern clothes, were crammed into a filthy cell, some cursing, some sobbing. This world was deadlier than they imagined. Lyra was taken for one insane reason, her face. Lyra had always used makeup to mimic my look. This world will not tolerate anyone mimicking the Moonlight Wolf Queen. It is the ultimate sin.
Oh no. What about her? She looks more like the queen than Lyra does. Her face. It's a perfect match for that statue outside!
This freak is gonna get us all killed!
Every pair of eyes snapped toward me. I snapped out of it. I stopped staring at my hand. I had just accidentally crushed a rock.
Where did you say we are?
Damn it! She's catatonic with fear.
Forget her. She's always been a freak. Remember when she first transferred to our class? Middle of winter, she jumped into a frozen lake. Claimed she was going home.
Yeah, she's a psycho. Always mumbling crazy shit. You know how she is.
I heard them. They said this was a world ruled by wolves. They have no idea where we are, but I do. My Silver Moon Empire. My name is Sylvain, daughter of the Moon Goddess. I was 12 when the Wolf King's son Kale was brought before me at the Great Temple.
Don't be afraid. We will walk through this life together.
For 5 years we were inseparable. In the 5th year, the Holy City rebelled, the Moonlight Palace, forcing us to flee as commoners, dodging wave after wave of assassins. The journey was a nightmare of blood and shadows. We clung to each other.
They are here! The Saintess and the Prince are alive!
Did we survive?
Yes, we survived.
When the wolf guards finally found us, the old king was dead. Kale was thrust onto the throne, the new ruler of the wolves. I was 17, he was 12. It was like he grew up overnight. He forced himself to become a king, pushing himself past the breaking point. He pored over scrolls deep into the night until his head split with pain, his wolf nature rebelling against the strain. It hurt me to see it. I told him to rest. He waited until no one was looking, then he'd shift into a wolf, nuzzling into my arms.
Sylvain, I'm not strong enough yet. I must not ease up. I must protect my people. I must protect you.
I stopped pushing him. I simply shared his burden. In 7 years, Kale reshaped the court with an iron grip. He purged the traitorous nobles. The blood outside the sacred forest didn't dry for seasons. They called him the Mad King, the moon god's wrath. Kale never spoke of it to me. Only after the bloody work was done, he would come to me and lay his head on my lap like a tired young wolf.
Sylvain, today I was the devil again.
You are the Wolf King. A king carries the weight of the entire pack, not just good and evil.
He would fall asleep on my knees, murmuring through the haze.
Sylvain, you're the only one who isn't afraid of me anymore.
But an iron hand has a cost. The next winter, during the Moon God Festival, they struck. I threw myself in front of Kale, taking arrow after arrow until I collapsed into the snow of the sacred forest. The wounds were too deep. My vision blurred, but I saw him, the great Wolf King, stumbling, falling. He crawled through the blood-stained snow just to reach my side.
Don't go, Sylvain. Please, don't abandon me. I beg you.
His hands shook as he tried to wipe the blood from my cheeks, but the more he wiped, the more it spread.
My divine queen. She was always so proud of her beauty. Why won't the blood stop?
I took my last breath in his arms. I wanted to tell him it was okay, but the darkness claimed me first. I thought that was it. My story finished. Then my eyes opened. A strange world. I woke up in a world of glass and steel, stripped of my magic and my throne. For 4 years I endured Lyra's torment, the slaps, the spit, the stolen inheritance, all while clawing for a way back. I couldn't leave Kale alone in his winter. I had to return, so I thank the Moon Goddess for that one final bus crash. I am home.
Damn it! I knew you were a curse!
I looked up at him.
What are you staring at?
I caught his wrist midair. With one flick of my hand, I sent him flying across the cell. Everyone froze.
You've lost your mind! We're trapped in this hellhole, and instead of keeping your head down, you fight back?
Why wouldn't I? I felt the power surging back. 4 years in their world. 4 years I couldn't adapt. Had to swallow everything just to survive. Now I'm in the Silver Moon Dynasty. My dynasty. Dorian scrambled up, rage twisting his face. He grabbed a rock from the floor.
Enough, Dorian! You kill her and we're all in deeper shit!
Just call her a heretic. Hand her to the warden. I heard wolf torture methods are creative. She'll suffer plenty.
Guards! There's another heretic in here!
Shut your mouth!
My lord, another blasphemer. She used forbidden arts to mimic the divine Wolf Queen's face. She also bears resemblance to the Wolf Queen.
Where?
The crowd scrambled aside, leaving me alone in the shadows. The warden stepped closer, holding his torch high. The orange flames flickered across my face, and then he froze. The iron keys slipped from his hand. He forgot how to breathe.
Watching the figure thrashing in the lake, Gray grew so anxious that his inner wolf began to howl in distress. Silver Moon Pack had always... Since my brother was at the critical moment of inheriting the Silver Moon Pack's alpha title, I feared the scandal would ruin his future. I forced him to bow his head and marry her. 7 months later, she gave birth to twins. My brother endured the ultimate humiliation, raising another man's pups as his own. He bled for our pack on the brutal rogue front lines, only to return home crippled. Yet that ungrateful bitch and her 2 pups repaid him by forcing a vial of deadly wolf beat down his throat, leaving him to die a bloody, agonizing death in his own bed. When I tried to report them to the Royal Pack enforcers, my own fated mate, Donald, wrapped his leather belt around my neck, choking the life out of me. His last words echoed in my ears.
If you report this, Elena and my 2 sons will pay with their lives.
When I opened my eyes again, I had gone back to the day of the bonfires of summer. Seeing Elena drowning in the lake, I clutched my brother's arm tightly. Then, I turned to the scarred rogue werewolf waiting nearby. Simus, do you want a she-wolf for yourself?
Sister, someone fell into the water. We need to save her fast.
I looked at my brother Gray, towering, muscular, and possessing an exceptionally powerful inner wolf. But in my mind, a horrific vision of my past life flashed before my eyes. Gray, crippled in both legs, left to die a miserable death, poisoned in a bed covered in filth and feces within our own pack house. Tears instantly spilled over.
You are not going.
I barked, grabbing Gray in a death grip. Having regressed back to this life, I would absolutely never let my brother march to his death again. Never again.
Sister, why are you crying all of a sudden?
These were tears of overwhelming joy. I'm fine, just the wind. Watching the figure thrashing in the lake, Gray grew so anxious that his inner wolf began to howl in distress inside his mind.
Sister, let me go! Saving a life comes first!
I said you are not going.
Gray stared at me in utter disbelief.
Sister, have you lost your mind? A life is on the line!
Our Silver Moon Pack had always been known for our benevolence and charity. Forget a high-ranking wolf, even if a filthy rogue muth were drowning, we would still pull it out. The girl can be saved, but not by you. I turned around to the stout, rogue werewolf waiting nearby. Silas, do you want a she-wolf for yourself? Silas was the lowest-ranking peck driver employed by our Silver Moon Pack. He was broad-shouldered, thick-waisted, his face covered in nasty scars, and his breath reeked behind a mouthful of yellow teeth. Lazy to the bone, he spent his days loitering in underground gambling dens and low-end pubs. An ordinary servant like him would have been kicked out of the Silver Moon territory long ago. But Silas had a stroke of luck. He had a fiercely loyal father. Years ago, it was old Silas who carried our father, the old Alpha, on his back out of the mountain of corpses during the brutal rogue wars. Bound by that ultimate debt of gratitude, as long as the Silver Moon Pack stood, we would support his family for generations. Thus, even though Silas was just a lowly rogue driver, his status in our territory was unique. Normally, even the core management like my brother and I had to give him some face and wouldn't order him around lightly. Today, only because our 2 exclusive drivers fell ill, he had stepped in as a temporary replacement, driving the SUV to bring my brother and me to this new moon festival. Silas froze for a second. Then, Scratching his greasy hair, he let out a vulgar grin.
Eldest miss, of course, this servant wants one.
I pulled him aside. Silas, today, I am pointing you toward a path of absolute fortune. Go down there and pull that drowning lady out of the water. But the moment you save her, hide yourself in the dense bushes by the shore immediately. Suppress your aura. And make sure no one sees you. Do not come out until I call for you. As long as you do exactly what I say, I guarantee that after today, you will get yourself a high-born Omega wife for free. When the time comes, I'll even throw you a massive gift to make sure your wedding is as grand and rowdy as can be. Hearing this, Silas's eyes instantly lit up. His inner wolf let out an excited low growl in his chest, and he nodded frantically.
This servant will obey your every command, eldest miss.
Go! Save her!
Coffee pours all over me. A scream explodes. My name is Helen Silvermoon, werewolf princess, heir to the Silvermoon throne. 3 days ago, my father was assassinated. His body wasn't even in the ground yet when the Darkmoon family stirred up humans to deface his memorial portrait with stones. A human council representative spits into the camera.
Moonbridge Project is racial segregation.
Moonbridge Project conspiracy. Werewolves oppressing humans, trending worldwide. My grandfather turns off the television. He is the Silvermoon, Alpha King.
The Darkmoon family is pushing to abolish the coexistence agreement. The St. Moon Parliament votes in 3 weeks. Your crown heir's trial is being accelerated. Helen, go to Silvermoon Academy. As a human, find proof that the Darkmoon family is sabotaging the peace. Otherwise,
Silvermoon falls. Darkmoon rises. The agreement collapses. Humans become slaves. I push the inhibitor into my vein. The liquid is silver, like liquid moonlight. 3 seconds later, I can no longer smell werewolves. 3 minutes later, I become a human. The gates of Silvermoon Academy open before me.
Did you hear? 2 transfer students today.
Another Moonbridge kid walking right into the
A hand holding coffee. Coffee pours all over me. A scream explodes.
Are you freaking blind?
She sniffs the air around me.
Chelsea, look. Director Nillison said one of the transfer students today is the daughter of a human cleaner. That's you, right?
No, it's not. I get shoved hard. A passing girl catches me.
Emily Nash, transfer student. My dad is the cousin of Human Council Chairman Nash. There are only 2 transfer students today. What about your father?
He's dead.
Oh, so you are the cleaner's daughter.
Her laughter stings.
We have class. Mrs. Werber's class doesn't allow Turdy, sis. Abigail, human girl. No one asked you to speak. You're helping her? First, I am not the cleaner's daughter. Second, you know nothing about who I am. And third—
Slap, my face stings. I lift my head and look into her eyes.
You'll regret messing with me. You'll regret coming to Silvermoon Academy, Moonbridge freak.
You shouldn't have helped me. Chelsea is the werewolf princess of the Darkmoon family. So is her sidekick. No one dares to go against them.
I know.
Then why—
Does no one dares makes it right? Mrs. Pamela walks into the classroom.
Today we're talking about the origin of the Moonbridge Project. 30 years ago, the Silvermoon Alpha King founded the Moonbridge Project, admitting 100 human students every year. This is a hand of friendship extended by werewolves to humankind.
What do you think about the negative rumors spreading online about the Moonbridge Project?
The Moonbridge Project may have
Some discrimination?
Some areas that need adjustment.
Like what?
Gurktul aau, apejul adrengrak, athro aru riakt, no chal.
What? Werewolf students should not deliberately use ancient werewolf language to isolate human classmates.
Chelsea glares at me.
What did she say?
My grandfather's voice echoes in my head.
As a human, find proof. This is your heir's trial.
Ancient werewolf language. I don't understand it. Mrs. Connor, if you can't understand ancient werewolf language, I suggest you transfer schools.
I lift my head, calm.
Cassian was still angry from the day before. He did not give me a single warm glance all morning. After the midday meal, I went into the back garden for a moment alone.
Cassian, I made these honey cakes for you. Try one. Tell me if they're good.
Serafina laughed and brushed a crumb from his lip. I had no interest in watching the two of them together, so I turned to leave, and that was when figures in black burst from the shadows.
Who are you?